And we're live. Hey, welcome everybody to the inaugural product education class with the Simple Freedom team. My name is Franco Gonzalez with Simple Freedom. I have a couple of guests with us tonight. We have Tracy Reuter coming in from Colorado. Right? Hey, Trace.
Hey, I keep thinking Chicago, but I live in Colorado.
I know. I'm always about to say from Tracy Reuter from Chicago by way of New England.
By way of wherever. It's wherever I feel like living.
Tracy, it's been manifest destiny, man. You're on your way west.
That's right. Hey, San Diego's my next spot as long as there's something left. So, absolutely.
Well, you know what? I'm out here today, and there's a lot left, let me tell you,
Good.
man.
Awesome.
You know, it's all right. We'll get through the fires. We'll get all that stuff squashed, and we'll rebuild everything that needs to be rebuilt. And then way out in New Jersey, the main man, Eddie T, Ed Terranova. What's going on, buddy?
Hey, Franco, man, I'm so excited, man. These last few days of just getting focused on really getting out there, getting the word out there, getting people linked up, utilizing the product that we have. I'm just stoked about it, man. I think for myself, I'm going to tell my story in a couple of minutes, but I wasn't using the product yet. I was just kind of so caught up in the business build that I was, hey, I'm going to get to that. I'm going to get to that. I'm going to get to it. And then when John and I guest spoke at this Super Saturday in Concord, California, we got to see Ross Jardine really explain the Wake Up Now finance program. It's not the first time I saw it, but we were both like looking at it going, you know what, man, we got to do this. We got to really educate people on this product, get them engaged with it, because this is the real deal. This is what it's all about when we talk about saving and managing money. I think it's the sleeping giant, with what we have. And I think that everybody, like Ross says, over 90% of the population needs what we have. They just don't know it yet. And wow, what an incredible fertile ground it is for us.
Yeah, for sure. One of the most powerful things is too that every single person we've been building. There's three different pillars, that we know if you can handle building out three different pillars in a home business, you're going to do well. You're going to do well long term, and you're going to do well very, very deep in your organization. And one of them obviously is the marketing. Getting the initial word out, getting the sexiness out, getting the sweet invitation, and sharing with people how they can change their life around really, really quick with our compensation plan, with the product line, with our company, and the whole message and the team building behind it. And everybody gets around a team, and it's a community, it becomes a cause, it becomes your personal mission to build it out. So that's a very, very important pillar in any program. The other one too is more of a social awareness of what we can do as we build out our social network, right? People see that we build it out first for training. As you're building your list on the internet or in social media and you're attracting people, you're building your social web, and it becomes very powerful to teach people, hey, look, we're teaching you concepts of marketing and building out social networks that can be very, very powerful if there's somebody in need, right? We had that this week hit home with some devastating fires out here in San Diego County. We had some teammates that were in need, and we rallied around in less than 24 hours. We already had a fundraising account. We had the whole team rallied. Everybody was sent in with $5 bills and $10 bills. It doesn't take millions, but with $5 and $10 bills, a small community like us, relatively speaking to the rest of the world, we were able to fundraise in a little over 24 hours and really have enough resources for Dawn's family to rebuild, to get furniture, anything that was waterlogged, that was burned, that was smoked out, and that's just there. So that's the social cause pillar of what we build here. So you got to have a social cause, you've got a marketing pillar, and then we always had planned to begin to do more product awareness and product education. Because what I started in the months that we've been here doing this with Wake Up Now and building out the team, here's what I kept on hearing every time we would go there, right? Any person that I personally talked to that have actually used TaxBot or the One Finance product, which One Finance is our in-home product. This thing was designed in here. It's for us. It stays with us. It's Ross Jardine. He's part of the corporate team, and all this stuff, right? But every single person that I've talked to that has used and plugged in One Finance always tells me, man, this is the most powerful product that we've got here. This thing is real. It's awesome. And so That, just the word of mouth inside the team as people would go through their product suite and get it themselves introduced to One Finance, it's been kind of the talk of the town where people really get into it and they see how this one product out of all the other money management products that we have in our product line, this one product alone can really revolutionize people's finances. It can really change your life. And so we're starting to collect story upon story upon story. And so we thought it would be a great idea not to wait, but to act, and to act right now. And a little bit other that I'll share about the power of our team real quick is we made a decision to begin product education class just a few days ago on a leadership conference call. Now, this is how it would normally go with internet marketing. When you solidify a cause and you have let's call it a product for the lack of better terms, when you have a product you want to bring to market, first it's that conference call, then you dialogue about it, then you decide what you're going to do, and then you have to hire programmers and designers and marketing people and the promotion and banners and branding and logos, and it goes months and months and months of waiting for something to get it ready for an entire team of networkers to bring out to the market. And let me tell you what I'm proud of today is we had that conversation, and I think we had it when, Ed? We had that conversation Wednesday or Tuesday or Monday or something?
Tuesday or Wednesday, one of those 2 days, yeah.
Tuesday or Wednesday. What day is it today?
Friday.
And we're product to market. I mean, we're right now. The entire team has already gotten a tutorial video on how to clone the page that you're watching this presentation on right now. It's our classroom for product education. It's going to have a normal home. As soon as we're done, I had a placeholder video that is a great video that teaches people about the power of One Finance by the creator of the product, Ross Jardine. It's an 11-minute PowerPoint presentation that he flows through that's really phenomenal. I had it there for a placeholder. We're going to always have it there when we want a placeholder. We have content upon content upon content, and we're just going to be rotating those videos out so you can send people to learn about our products to this page whenever you want. And this page is living inside of one of our teammates' personal fan pages on Facebook. So in as little as, I think I got here and got to work at 4 o'clock my time at 6:09, I created this page in about 7 minutes. I created a tutorial video that takes 12 minutes. So the tutorial video, because I'm long-winded, took longer to create and give the team than the actual thing that I created, right? But now the team has a way to get here, go to the bottom of the page, click on clone the page. It takes that page, automatically puts it on their own fan page, and now they can program with 2 more clicks of a mouse. They can retarget where the green button takes people and points them to my teammates' Wake Up Now page to learn more about the product. So at any time right now, if you want to learn more about Wake Up Now and our suite of products and how this works, how you can make money, save money, and manage money better with us, then all you have to do is click the green button and you get all of the information there after we're done. Now, after we're done here, this very presentation tonight is going to run autopilot 24 hours a day on this page, which is inside of Facebook and inside of Google+, so the video education stays forever on YouTube. You can watch it on YouTube, you can watch it on Google+, and you can watch it inside of the fan page that you're in right now. That's how powerful this information is, and it's already been shared and replicated by our team. So that's how fast we can take an idea, a concept, to market within our social network, and that's what Simple Freedom is all about. That's the marketing education part. So switching gears today, I just want to give you an intro on how cool it is that we work and how fast we replicate, how fast we can make you money and get you inside of some cool products, okay? So if you're a guest in the house tonight, all you have to do is click that green button, get back to the person that invited you here tonight, and really get plugged into our team because we're moving fast, and this kind of stuff, we do it all the time. We can create a funnel and a campaign to help you make money just like this in about 10 minutes and have it widespread all over our team duplicating it. So that's powerful. So now, let's get into if there was ever a cause that Simple Freedom has been made for, it's really creating freedom in the homes of our teammates and our customers and their families. And I'm a firm believer that you can get certain levels of freedom and feel okay, be making more money and this and that, but at the end of the day, April 15th comes around, you got to pay the IRS. right? You got to deal with the tax situation, and all around the clock, you have to deal with the wrestling match between your family and the banking institution of this planet. And what's been going on is you can look anywhere. We've got a country right here in the USA, United States of America, is in a debt crisis, a debt spiral. So if an entire government, an entire country is having problems with their debt, guess where that trickles down to? We've got a huge problem with millions and millions of families. They're strangling in debt. I mean, you'd be amazed. We have a business opportunity that'll help people make a little bit of extra money on the side, part-time, if that's all they want, right? And to get started, it's $100. And you'd wonder that a person in their 30s, 40s, 50s that have been in the workforce for decades would have a free and clear $100 bill to invest in themselves and start their own home business. And a lot of times, because families are so strapped in high-interest debt, they're still trying to pay off student loans, they're trying to pay off MasterCard, they're using a Visa to deal with MasterCard and an Amex to deal with Visa, and all kinds of stuff is going on, and they're leveraging and trying to get, with the housing market and stuff, it's not that easy to get liquid capital anymore from a HELOC or a home equity loan and all that mess that was made. It's a big problem, and people want a solution for it. If they only knew and believed that there was something that they can do with their current income without changing their current income, where they can plug into a tool that can help them start alleviating and eliminating those high-interest debts. So we're championing a cause here to eliminate debt to truly help people get free. And one of the products that we wanted to start product education class talking about is called One Finance. And this product, the more I dive into it, the more I research it, the more I hear people using it, it's a phenomenal, phenomenal opportunity for anyone, anywhere, to start eliminating debt without paying thousands in fees on lawyers and debt elimination, centers and all of this other little economy that kind of feasts on telling you they're going to help you get out of debt, but they don't really do it. You just end up paying them fees and stuff. So I want to open up the discussion with who wants to start first? This is just really a roundtable on One Finance and the situation with debt right now. Ed, do you want to kind of start with the flow of how you discovered One Finance and what it's meant to your family, and we'll take it from there, kind of open house?
Yeah, definitely, Franco. Thank you. When I first looked at the Wake Up Now opportunity, of course, I'm a compensation plan guy, and that got me going. And so then I looked at the management team, and they looked great. But when I looked at the product offering, it just resonated with me regarding saving money and managing money and getting out of debt. I heard that, as I talked to Richard Smith and Troy Muhlstein, the co-founders of the company, that the company was started to really wake people up to a better way, that there is a way that they could save, manage, and make money. And so that resonated. The idea that it's a financial wellness company, that resonated. And the reason why is, my wife and I, we're married now, July will be 32 years. So, we've been around the block a little bit. And, I remember, coming out of, high school, Debbie was my high school sweetheart. I went away to college, and while I went away to college, she went away to the corporate world. And I kind of at 19 realized that I was going to lose her if I didn't snatch her up. So, we got married kind of early, at 21 years of age. And when we got married, I had no debt because I had no credit and I had nothing to my name. But Debbie was already in the workforce. She was out there at 19. She was promoted to management. And, we got married, and I didn't know what a credit card was until I looked in her wallet, and with her permission, and, there were 14 credit cards there. And then it was just like, hey, man, we need a car loan. Hey, we want to go on vacation, put it on the Amex vacation, whatever, and we tried to. She's really good at managing money. And so throughout our years of business and development, we started investing. Fortunately for us, we got really good advice. So we've done fairly well with our investment portfolio and with our concept of getting out of debt. But there was a time that we got kind of like everybody else, right? You see the things, you hear about people buying stuff, and you want it. You want the cars, you want the clothes, you want the shoes, you want all that kind of stuff. And Robert Kiyosaki calls it doodads. And then about 10 years ago, the real estate market was doing pretty well. And we're up here in the Northeast, and we're going, hey, man, we got to snatch us some properties down in Florida because the baby boomers are going to migrate down there. So we bought a couple of pieces of property down there. And at 10 years ago, in 2004, we had 5 mortgages, and we were $1.1 million in debt. And I mean, when you talk about debt, that's a pretty good, heavy debt load. But we managed it. We went along, and we got to the point as we've matured in the last 10 years to where we're like, okay, let's just get this sucker done. And now we're at a point where we have one property down in Naples, Florida. We put it up on the market just a couple of weeks ago, and when that property sells, we are totally debt free. I mean, that is like the dream, right? Get totally debt free, and it's right here. I mean, it could happen next month. I think within the next 6 months, definitely by year's end, that'll have been accomplished. And when we went down and met with Ross, I said, yeah, this is something we have to focus on. So for the first time, I actually went in a couple of days ago. We're going over this stuff, and I loaded up all of my information. And this product, you have to experience it to really understand and see it. But we just had a situation where tomorrow's my granddaughter's 2nd birthday, and everybody just left the house. My son-in-law was here. My other daughter with her boyfriend, and my son-in-law is a real sharp guy, and I was explaining to him the product, which I'm going to mention a little bit more in a second. And I showed the Wake Up Now finance to my wife yesterday for the first time. And in network marketing, my wife is like hands off. Just show me the money. Go do what you got to do. Just show me the money. I want nothing to do with that kind of stuff, So she really hasn't really endorsed or enveloped anything. And when I was telling my son-in-law that this is a tool we want to get him set up on, my wife actually said, Chris, this thing impressed me. It's really good. So I got the endorsement. It's like she doesn't realize what that just did for me. I mean, she actually likes it. But here's why. We manage a lot of different accounts, including our savings and investment plans, our 401ks, and our properties and mortgages, and checking accounts, banking accounts, all that kind of stuff. And I put everything in. I'm proud of myself. I put everything in because Debbie pays. She's my CFO, right? She takes care of all the bills. I actually took the time to load it all up, and when I showed her it at a press of a button, everything is right there in real time. And then there are budgets you could set up to get out of debt. It shows you how to escalate payments. And here's the bottom line. And I'm just going to give an average, person who I mean, you're out where you are, Frank, and where I am. We're at the higher end of the scale in property values and cost of living, right? Mm-hmm. So, but I'm going to give you, throughout America, if an average family is $250,000 in debt, right? They have $200,000 on a mortgage and another $50,000 in car loans and student loans and credit cards and stuff. We have one example where we show that average, and we have something called a debt calculator. By the way, we're all going to experience this. We're going to have a tool. We have a tool. It's called One Debt Calculator that you could actually sit down with somebody and have them enter in their numbers, what their debts are, what their interest rates are, what their payments are, and it'll show them over a period of time based on the money they're paying into their debt to service their debt right now, how long it'll take to the exact month that they are out of debt. And so, in most cases, it's way down the road, like 20, 30 years, right? And so they look at that, then it shows if you just use this tool. And by the way, this tool has an algorithm, and it looks at your finances, and it tells you which bills to pay first, when to pay them, and how much to pay them. So let's just say on this $250,000 in debt, you're servicing the debt with $2,000 a month. And in that scenario, it shows that they're out of debt in the year 2038. Now, by using the Wake Up Now finance without putting any additional money towards it, still paying $2,000, because of the way in which the system works and tells you which bills to pay first and how much, with the same amount, the $2,000 servicing the debt, instead of getting out of debt in year 2038, that family gets out of debt in year 2019.
Wow.
And they will have saved over $120,000 in interest payments. Now, if you could show somebody that, and they see how this tool can realistically help them not only save money, but more importantly, manage money. You see, very few people have a plan to get out of debt. Very few people have an actual plan for wealth accumulation. And that's what we're all about. We're all about eliminating debt, helping people get out of debt, and then once they do, have a wealth creation plan, a wealth creation vehicle to go on, beyond that. So, man, I'm just stoked. I'm blown away.
No, it's a powerful point. I'm going to move over to Tracy right now, but I'm going to make Tracy one. I'm going to cut a deal with Tracy right now, or else she doesn't get the microphone. But I'll get to that in a second. But we're going to make a deal. We're going to make a deal. But no, it's so important. I talk to people all the time that they really want to get, and they don't want to just start their home business. They really want to own it. They want to invest in it. They want to build it out. They want to take a long-term view of things and build it out like a professional does, And so they look at things, and I have a conversation with them, and I let them know. I let them know, look, if you were able to eliminate just a little bit of some of the high-interest debt that's just strangling you right now, if you were to use just one of the many products that I have and eliminate some debt, and let's say that we eliminate about $300 or $400 in monthly payments, right? Just by being smarter. I don't care if you don't join me, promote the business. I don't care about that. But you take this product that I have, be my customer, and use it for 3 to 4, 5 months. I don't care, as long as it takes. But let's say we alleviate $300 to $400 a month, right? Now you can join us, and you can have a little bit of a war stash there, so that you can really market your business. It's a phenomenal idea, and it's when I play around on Facebook a lot, and a lot of the naysayers about this whole industry, our company specifically, or whatever, they're kind of waiting to reach for something. And there's sometimes where I'm messing around, I'll post a picture, and it'll say something like, hey, talk to me, I'll show you how to build this thing for free. Right? And I'm being facetious, people. I'm being facetious, right? But the thing is that not really. Because I talk to them about, well, let's take your finances, man. How old are you? All right, you're my age. You're about 43 years old, and you don't have $100 to start your own business. You need me more than you think you do, right? And then we get into a conversation about, well, let's not talk about what you can't do and what you don't have money for. Let's rephrase this question. How can we adjust your life? How can we change your life right now to put you into a position where we can empower you even more? Right, and we get into the conversation about, well, how come you don't have a $100 bill, man? And then we start talking, and more than likely it's because of the debt, the amount of monthly payments they have to pay right now to pay off Visa and Macy's and Nordstrom's and this and that, and on and on and on, And so we then get into a conversation about, man, you need to get with me on this and get on a plan, because if you don't do anything right now, you won't change anything in 3 months, and you won't change anything. We'll be here talking about this in 3 or 4 years. We'll be having the same conversation, how you can't do anything with me. And sadly enough, guys, I've had people that have been on my list for 3 to 4 years, and we're still having they get all excited about something that they see us doing, but the conversation is the same. I just don't have the money. Well, you didn't have the money 5 years ago, man. What have you been doing for 5 years? You've been on my list, right? This is one of the things that we can do to alleviate some of that monthly headache and free up some capital that you can invest in your own business and learn how to market with us and help other people do the same thing and start generating income for what? To pay further on that debt, right? And get really free. Trace, I have a deal. I have a deal for you. Since we just went to New Jersey, and we all love the New Jersey language.
Oh, no.
The only way you're going to get on this Hangout is if you can pour some flavor and just bring that New England, Boston, give us a little bit. If you don't bring the accent, I'm going to cut you. I'm going to mute you.
Look, I'm wicked tired. Don't piss me off. You're a pisser, Franco. I'm going to call my mother, and she's going to just be wicked pissed. All right?
Talk to us about debt, man. What's going on out there? You've been researching for people. You've been getting some information.
Well, I want to share. I actually want to share a story with everybody because, yeah, and I actually am from New England, you guys. I am born and raised in New England, so that is legit. I just don't talk that way anymore. it's you live in the Midwest for a while, but
you know how hard we try to fake that accent, that Goodwill Hunting accent. You know how hard.
My dad is the Pepperidge Farms guy. Pepperidge Farms remembers.
I love it, man.
So anyway, so let me share a story with you guys, because I think I have this fire in my belly that is just getting brighter and brighter and stronger, and Franco knows it. Ever since I really started to understand what was behind the products here, I was like, holy cow, we have something huge. So I've been in network marketing. I started in 2005 full time, and it was because of family issues. My husband got really sick. I needed to be home. So I walked away from a really, really big income, a big corporate career, not because I was making a lot of money in network marketing, but I desperately needed the time freedom. And so we made a decision and we made it happen. So let me fast forward a little bit. I'm with this company for 5 years, and the leadership of the company, not the corporate, but the field leaders, okay, the people making the most money, the guys and gals at the top, they were encouraging me to go deeper and deeper into debt to build my business. Okay? They were teaching me to spend money I didn't have, okay, for things with the hope of making money. So what ended up happening was, and in our situation, we got into major debt. Some of it was from business, but a lot of it, in our case, is medical expenses. There's stuff that happened that we had absolutely no control over, and until nobody ever thinks it's going to happen to them, right? Nobody ever thinks, and this is why financial freedom is so important. And so what I started to realize about this industry that was ugly, okay, and this is not pointing fingers at any company, but every company, is no one was teaching you how to keep your money. So what was happening is you'd start a part-time business, you'd join a network marketing company, and you had all these horrible habits, and you started spending more money, and now all of a sudden, in fact, I have a friend of mine who's $1 million earner in a traditional network marketing company who, crazy money, right? All of a sudden he's making $1 million a year and more, and guess what, guys? He went into $1 million of debt. Like right away. It was like, he tells a story about how it literally was like sucking his soul away. He was worrying more. He had all these problems. So the industry itself can be, I love it. I love it. I'm a junkie. I'm here for life, right? Love it. But nobody teaches you how to fix your problem. You come to network marketing because either you don't have enough money for college, you don't have enough money for retirement, you're living paycheck to paycheck. All of these problems that really, as much as an extra $500 could save, it's not really saving, because until you really learn how to truly get out of debt, it's not there. And so ever since that time, and I'll never forget it, I had a phone call with a person that I really respected, and I was pouring my heart out to her about how we were struggling financially and how we were spending all this money on our business. And she said to me, you know what, Trace, this is really good, because the more debt you're in, the hungrier you'll be. Okay, so now this was several years ago. This was 2009 that conversation happened. So I get really passionate about this, and I have a mentor that is a industry trainer, and one of the things she teaches is getting people out of debt. And I'll never forget sitting in this room and hearing it for the first time, and I was like, holy cow, someone's finally teaching people like how to do this, right? Now, I don't know about you guys. I'm a big Robert Kiyosaki fan. I got my cash flow quadrant right here, okay? So here's what I want you guys. I want to read this one little piece out of this, because so many of us, we have this dream to be free, right? And I want you to, you guys can't talk back to me. Franco and Ed can, but nobody else can. But I want you to write down, what is the definition of financial freedom? Now, if you've read any of these books, you know what it is, right? You know what it is. Now, if you haven't, okay, financial freedom is not $1 million. Financial freedom is your passive income, your residual income is greater than your expenses. That's it. It's that simple. The reason why Trisha and Bruce have such a great life is cash, overhead's low, man. Like they just roll, right? They got
one bill.
One bill.
Diesel. Diesel and lunch.
Hey, I'm telling you what, that's not a bad gig. I love it. So that's really what it's about, you guys. More, and there are so many of you watching this that would be able to be free and get out of your job and live the life that you want if we could just help you get your debt load down. If we could help you take those it will happen a lot faster. For many of you, you're going to get free faster because you're going to decrease all of this outgoing garbage. So let me read this to you, okay? Because this just like, whoa, put chills up my spine. Okay, so as CEO of your life, you must always remember that for each of your liabilities or debts, you are someone else's asset. This is the real two sets of books accounting. So listen to this, you guys. For every liability, such as a mortgage, a car loan, a school loan, a credit card, you are an employee of the people lending you the money. You are working hard to make someone else rich.
Wow. Wow.
Doesn't that that's like a punch in the face? So here's what I got excited about, and Franco and I were talking about this yesterday. There's a whole industry of people out there that are starting a business with a network marketing company. A lot of great companies out there. And we, as a Simple Freedom team, we do a better job than anybody I've ever seen of training everybody, of loving everybody. I mean, guys, look, if you think Franco's awesome, put it in the chat that he's so cool that he does these Tuesday trainings and he teaches these skills. I mean, who does that stuff, right? So we have this incredible gift to give the industry of our marketing training. Now, think about it this way. Now you take all those people who are trying to get free and you give them the next gift of how to actually get out of debt, how to actually reach their financial goals, how to actually increase their cash flow. Guys,
I love it.
Run. Home run.
Yeah, it's being a responsible team and a responsible network of people. It's a true mastermind, and it's part of our vision, right? That's why we're here. We're here to help people get free. Well, learning how to market, learning how to operate your own home business, and making some cash flow and elevating your income, that certainly is going to alleviate a lot of the short-term problems. But like Tracy was saying, I've seen it over and over and over, where people come in here and they become a hot shot and they hit something and it makes them a lot of money, and all of a sudden they can't be beat. They're on top of the mountain. They're buying boats and mansions and cars, and they're flossing everything, and they just want to prove on Facebook that they could spend more money than Oprah Winfrey, right? And then all of a sudden, their tool doesn't work no more. Then all of a sudden, their marketing secret ain't a secret no more, and it gets diluted. Then all of a sudden, their company compliance department boots them out, right? Then all of a sudden, a lot of then all of a suddens I've seen happen over the past 14 years. And the big all of a sudden that is the saddest of them all is the all of a sudden they're there with this much lifestyle and this much income all over again. And man, you want to see some stressed out people, you know. And so that's the kind of thing that we're working into our community, that exactly what Tracy said. We want to help people be more responsible in their life, as well as learn some cool skill sets that they can use to attract other people and help them be more free. But we want them to become more financially responsible, get rid, eliminate that stupid debt that we carry around. And for a lot of reasons, for a lot of years, we carried a lot of ridiculously high interest debt because it was easy to get. And then you just, if you're making good income, we were selling real estate, we were doing network marketing, we were doing internet marketing, all of that stuff combined, our income, we didn't have an income problem, we had a laziness problem. We carried so much ridiculously idiotic debt and gave the banks hundreds of thousands of dollars in just bonus money from us, right? It's like, here you go, I want to give you more money because I'm lazy.
Think about how many people are on our team that are watching right now that maybe they make a six-figure income in their corporate job. But then you think about this, guys. This is what's so messed up about how we've accepted some of this stuff. And what I'm so excited and what's getting me so proud to be a part of this movement, I mean, there's people that make six figures, but their debt levels are so high that they're hostage, right? Oh my gosh! Now imagine. I mean, this is simple freedom, right? This is simple freedom. I mean, I just think if we just had a movement of team members alone going in and doing this one finance and I mean, now let's talk about how do we do the debt snowball, right? The debt snowball. my friend that I was telling you about that made $1 million, but it was $1 million in debt. He did a very similar process, but it was very manual, and it wasn't as simple as this. He's paid off over $1.2 million in debt now.
Wow.
Totally changed his life, completely changed his life. He has freedom to travel. He has freedom to give. He has freedom to do what he feels he was designed to do instead of being a slave to that image. Now, I mean, let's talk about how we use some of our other tools, right? We've got TaxBot. We've got all these different tools that you can use, the marketplace, where you can start saving money. Right? I got a sheet right here. It's 50 ways, okay? 50 ways to save $100. Okay?
Hey, what a coincidence. That's what it takes to buy our platinum package.
Right? No joke. This was put together by somebody else a long time ago. But seriously, 50 ways, right? So, I mean, there's so many little things like using coupons. If you go into our back office, into the local, right, the one local, there's all sorts of killer coupons and killer deals.
Yeah.
Like, you know, we did it. In fact, Franco.
If I can play a little bit of devil's advocate with you, right, with all this stuff, because I know it comes out there in the marketplace, and on that story, here's the story. You'll hear people say, well, I can clip my own coupons, or I can get my own tax thing to show me how to save on taxes. I can get the QuickBooks and the Quicken and the Tax Turbo and all this stuff. I can get that, right? And I can get Susie Orman. I can buy her book, right? And you know what? I was that guy. I had every single product and every single book, and I did absolutely nothing long term. I would start it, and then I'd be like, oh man, the Dodgers are playing. You know, the beautiful thing about what we have is that it's so close to us. It's like I go to my phone and boom, there's TaxBot. I go to my laptop and we're doing stuff and bam, there's One Finance. And the deals, right? Then you get all into it and it's the whole social family about it. You know, it's Eddie T, you work out a lot, man. Is it more productive when you go to the gym fighting yourself all by yourself as a Lone Ranger? It's cold, it's snowing, Thanksgiving's coming. There's a great pie down the street, you know, at the coffee shop. Or do you do better when you have a pack of your firefighting buddies, man, and you get together and it's like, hey, I'm going to pick you up at 6 o'clock in the morning. We're going to the gym. Which one is more beneficial to you? You know,
if I could tell that story. You know, I was playing college football, and my friend Tom from high school, who was going out of state, I was in New Jersey, he was in Pennsylvania for the summertime. He had a bread route. And he was a bodybuilder, right? So at 6 a.m., he would pick me up after he delivered all his bread, pick me up at 6 a.m., we'd go to the gym, and we were workout partners. He didn't want to let me down, I didn't want to let him down. And just having that togetherness of two people doing the same thing, it's like we talk about the synergy, you know, it's 1 + 1 doesn't equal 2, it equals more than that, right? Because you have more than one person. And better than that, if the person or the persons that you are teaming up with are experts, man, that's even better because now you can lock arms with people who've been there, done that. I learned from Tony Robbins so many years ago in his Personal Power. If you want to be successful, follow successful people. Do what they do. Role model the success. And I'd love to, Franco, if I can. I mean, this is my first time on a Google Hangout where I'm going to request this because I'm new to this stuff. But I have two little pieces on my desktop. I'd love to show people because the guy that is behind Wake Up Now Finance, Ross Jardine, everybody's going to get to meet Ross. And Ross is an incredible man. He has this book out called The 60-Day Money Miracle, and it's co-written by our CEO, Kirby Cochran, and I just want to show you Ross's background real quick.
Can you flash that book for a couple of seconds so people can take a screenshot of that? Hey guys, whoever's on the Hangout right now, can you guys snap a couple of screenshots of that so that we can blast that all over Facebook?
Talk Ed, so you pop up in the window.
What's that?
Have Ed talk so his face with the book pops up.
Oh, I have them blue boxed. It's all good.
Oh, okay, all right, good.
Yeah,
good.
They're just watching that. Okay, good. That way we've already gotten tons of screenshots about that, so that's good. I just want to have that available because that's really cool to share.
So you know, with Ross, we have so many tools. Not only his book, which by the way, he has a debt freedom challenge. We're all going to be taking it, and we're going to be putting people on it. And if you take the challenge, he gives you the book. I mean, he gives it to you in ebook form, but the book's an incredible book. And, I am so excited about being able to spend time with Ross and actually have a personal contact with this guy because he has been extraordinarily successful. And he is totally focused. His passion is all about helping people get out of debt, how to get everything under control by providing them with the systems, the tools, and the mentorship. So we're going to actually all be mentored by this gentleman that is known as America's Money Master. He is trained all over the world. And Franco, I think if I hit the share button, will that pull up my screen if I hit screen share?
Yeah. What you want to do is hit screen share, and it's going to give you a couple of options. I would choose desktop. That way you have everything covered, and it shows the desktop.
Yeah, so I'm just going to show you two things from my desktop, and start screen share. Yeah. Now I know that funky thing is going to happen, right? I click screen share.
There we go.
Okay, so now if I just minimize this, I should show you my screen. Whoops, you see that Tesla? That's a goal for the future. But here's Ross, right? I mean, this is Ross Jardine. He is America's Money Mentor, and he is our mentor. And I just want to show you a little bit about Ross's background. Whoops, where'd that go? Okay, there it is. So if I go, I might have this in the wrong place, but if I open this, do you see that where it says co-founder of InvestTools?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So this is Ross Jardine, right? He was the co-founder of InvestTools. Prior to co-founding InvestTools, he built a company that he sold for over $200 million. Then he was co-founder of InvestTools, which sold to TD Ameritrade in 2009 for $750 million. And their clients are names that everybody recognizes. They created the system that today, Ameritrade uses, and also these next areas right here, Business Week, Investors Business Daily, CNBC. This is the product that our mentor has co-created and sold for over $750 million. And so that's all I really wanted to share with everybody, is that we have the ability to team up with a gentleman that knows more about finance than anybody I know, and to be able to actually utilize his tool, utilize everything that he has developed for us. So here we go. I think we're in the right place now. And if I go back, do I have to hit screen share again?
Yeah, you just click it again, and there, we're back.
Okay, cool. So to have Ross, and we're gonna get him. But by the way, we wanted to get him on tonight, and it just so happened that he's in an area that's out of Wi-Fi. But he was more than willing to be on this hangout with us. I told him that we're going to be doing it, every couple of weeks, and he said he wants to be on the next one. So stay tuned; he will be there with us. But imagine locking arms with this gentleman who has gone out there and has been one of the tops in the world in teaching people about finances, and we get to learn from him. Wow, what an incredible privilege that is.
And then as a network here, as a social network and a team, we create accountability partners, right? We all have our best buddies on the team and the people that we're working closely with, and then we have the group, and with Facebook and our private group there and our blogs and our videos and everything else, we can really help each other out to stay committed to the plan and help people get free. And that's a big part of Simple Freedom. You're not free if you're shackled by somebody else's debt. You're their employee, like Robert Kiyosaki was saying. I think that's powerful. Tracy, you had some other information too, and stats and stories and all. So I want to let you roll, because you had a lot of passion behind this when we were talking about it. It was, it really rings a bell, and we can help a lot of people getting this information out.
Yeah, and I think this is because my family's been through a lot of medical issues, because we've had a lot of medical bills. We've had to file for bankruptcy. It has been like a cement block around my neck for years. And so I hate that feeling, and so it just gets me fired up for other people, because I don't like seeing people spinning their wheels trying to live the dream when they're not doing the right stuff behind the scenes, and they're never going to do it. So I pulled some statistics. These are actually recent, right? This is from April. This is from last month. This is the American. Okay, so we're just talking about the U.S. Now, You guys, this is a global issue. This isn't just a problem in the U.S., but the reality is that the U.S. is where, the majority of us are. Okay, some of you might be in Canada, but the majority of us are in the U.S., and we've got a problem here. And so look at this. This is U.S. household consumer debt as of April 2014. You might want to write this stuff down, because I think for some of you, in sharing the story, these are important things, because I think a lot of people don't necessarily, they have a hard time resonating maybe with the dream. You see the awesome picture of the Tesla, and for a lot of people, they've given up on the dream. It's more of a wish. It's more of a fantasy. It's not real to them. And it's not real to them because they're buried in debt. Okay, so they can't actually picture the dream, right, that network marketing offers, because they can't picture getting out from underneath the mountain that they're with. So write these stats down, you guys. So as of last month, as of April 2014, the U.S. household consumer debt profile, the average American credit card debt is $15,191. Okay, the average. This is the average in the United States. Okay, so this is a lot. Okay, this is a lot of money. $15,191. And I mean, I don't even know. Maybe Ed could run the numbers for me, but I mean, if someone's paying a minimum payment on that, how long is that going to take to get paid off? And what happens is it just gets bigger. And trust me, I know firsthand, because when you start to get into debt like that, it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. By the time we had to file for bankruptcy, our credit card debt alone was almost $200,000.
Wow. We actually have run those numbers in the past, and it's over 20 years for the average person to get out of debt on just a $15,000 credit card because of the high interest payments that they're making. I mean, when you really look at the banking institution, I call it professional loan sharking. It really is. I mean, I learned the hard way. The first property my wife and I bought for ourselves was a 2-bedroom condo. Over a 2-year span, we had sold that property in 2 years. Over a 2-year span, we had given the bank over $30,000, and I was young and dumb and naive. I'm figuring, okay, we chopped some money off our principal, right? We hardly chopped anything off our principal. It was like we paid over $27,000 in interest out of $30,000 that just poof went out to thin air. Where did it go? Went to the banks. They got rich off of us, like he was sharing at Robert Kiyosaki, and that was a wake-up call for me. I was like, what? And then I started learning about amortization charts and how the banking institution actually works, and how on a 30-year fixed rate it takes 23 years before your balance of your principal and your interest meet, right? And I'm like, okay, we got to figure out how to play this game, and we have. I mean, my wife and I have done very well, since that period of time. But that was like, we were kids back then, and most people don't get an education.
Yeah, you and I both know there's a lot of people that just what you said right now made their eyes glass over. Like, what?
And I know a lot of it went over their heads. Because we're talking too fast and we're not slowly describing it to them. But yeah, I mean,
we have family members that, because they didn't understand to pay attention to their mortgage statement, that it can change every year how much your mortgage was up. They never looked at the bill, and they just kept paying it, and they ended up getting foreclosed upon because there was no financial literacy, no education. So you guys, this is what's really exciting about all this is, and for those of you that don't really get all this, when you just plug your information into One Finance and you follow the steps, it's going to show you, without changing a thing, how to pay it off sooner, okay? And the same for anybody you speak to. So $15,191 credit card. Mortgage debt. The average mortgage debt in the United States as of last month is $154,365, okay? That's the average. And then this one, like, makes me sick to my stomach. The average student loan debt in this country is $33,607. Our kids are coming out of college and they are shackled down. They're enslaved.
They're enslaved.
Now, here's what's really exciting. If none of this, if you are in debt, because I saw some of the comments, and there's some of you. I know Patricia said this is emotional for her tonight because this really means a lot to her. Now, what's amazing about this program is by finding little bits, okay? Sometimes we think to get out of debt, we have to have thousands and thousands of dollars. Little bits here and there, okay? Get one less Starbucks this week. cancel one of those stupid tools that a guru told you to get that you're spending $100 a month on and not using. Right?
Mhm.
See, the simple freedom message is we're not telling you. We encourage people tonight to pick up 22 Social. It's $2. Okay, we're not asking you or suggesting or promoting anything that we feel. And I hope you feel the level of compassion that comes from Franco, that comes from John, that comes from George, that comes from people. We want you to be free, right? So if you can learn, right, if you can just, all you do is use the One Finance and put all your stuff in there and set it up so that you can follow their algorithm to pay things down faster, and then this is where one of my mentors really got me. She called it trimming the fat. Okay? Then what you do is you start to look for, where in my budget can I shift things? What am I wasting? Okay, so now maybe you find $100 and you put that towards it. Oh wait, your Wake Up Now business is starting to take off and you got an extra $500 coming in. Maybe you keep half of it to invest in your business, maybe half of it goes to debt. Now this snowball, guys, is taking on a whole life of its own, and instead of feeling like you're, the cliche, how do you eat an elephant, right? How do you eat an elephant? You eat it one bite at a time. Now all of a sudden this doesn't seem like such a daunting task. And what that does to us inside as human beings, when we take those shackles off, when we can teach our kids, many of you on here have college students, you have kids that are graduating from college, and they're starting off their adult life in debt. And they think it's normal, and it's not normal. There's people on here that I'm just going to tell you right now, if you follow this process, there's going to be a day that comes that you're going to buy a house in cash.
Yep.
Not in debt, not on a mortgage, none of that. You're going to buy a car in cash because you're going to learn how to become a master of your money because you're part of a company that teaches financial wellness. It's amazing.
Isn't it amazing, Tracy? And I'm just going to tell you that in the school of gurudom, you failed. Miserable failure today as a guru, Tracy. Usually this is a spot where we're supposed to really pull on emotional strings with some story and some examples and walking people into the future and using NLP and all kinds of voodoo to reach into the money that they don't have and yank another $3,500 out, right?
I gotta give you my guru card back. I need to give my card back. I'm out of the club.
That's where this industry has people thinking of what is normal and what is big thinking and positive thinking is being the most irresponsible adult, not only with your own finances, but with the finances of other people. And if there's anything that I'm passionate for, is in changing this sick, twisted, afflicted mindset that has poisoned our beautiful industry that lets people think that not only is it normal, but that it's somehow desired or somehow makes you more of an alpha dominant, go type of person to not only preach to people, but to get them to go further and further and further down a financial trap that only leads to despondency and depression and desperation, and it ends marriages, and it puts so many people into so much trouble. But at that point, what's happened? The guru has said, well, work on your mindset. I'm out of here. Right? We're different. Okay, I don't care what company you're promoting. I don't care if you hate network marketing, if you love network marketing. What we're teaching tonight is stop the madness. Stop that. We're teaching simple freedom. We'll teach you how to create income. We'll teach you how to communicate with other like-minded people and put a targeted message in front of them that they'll love. It's going to empower them, and they're going to change their life, and that's going to create cash flow for you. So we take care of that side. But we're also very passionate on making you a responsible steward of your finances so that what we teach you here, I don't want to teach you something that where you go buying a yacht and stuff and then you go broke and blame it on us, right? I don't want that on my conscience. So Simple Freedom is about being responsible here and teaching you really good steps you can begin to share with other people right now what we're really about. And if all you pick up is come in and pick up the $15 One Finance all by itself, man, I'm happy for you. Start using it. If you find a couple of areas to alleviate some of those monthly payments, Get rid of some of the junk tools that you don't even know how to use anyway because nobody wants to show you how to use them, right? Get rid of that garbage and invest in yourself and get the platinum package and join us so that we can then show you how to do both ends of it in a responsible way and take that message into the marketplace and see how much more attractive your home business is going to be for other people. It's all in the vision and the message. And so that's what fires me up about the class tonight, Tracy. And you utterly fail as a guru. Now back to you for more failing guru stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it just, I guess somebody needed to say it, I mean, there are things out there, it breaks my heart, okay? It absolutely breaks my heart. If you're going to look in the mirror and you're going to quit your business because you choose all this other junk, okay? It's junk, you guys. Some of this stuff is junk. And we live in a country of convenience. We do. We really do. Your Starbucks, you're not going to die without it. Now, my brother runs a Starbucks. I'm supposed to, do the family company thing and say go into his store and buy the Starbucks. But it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous, right? So there's little things that you could do. If you are not able to have $100 to keep these tools, and we didn't even dive into the rest of the tools and how they're almost like spokes on a wheel that all work together, right? If you're letting this, I'm just going to call it what it is, it's foolish. It's foolish spending prevent you from having a life of freedom. Franco and I are on the same age. We're in our early, I'm going to say early 40s, right? We're in our early 40s, and we have a long life ahead of us. There's some of you watching this, you're in your 50s and your 60s, you have a long life ahead of you. And we've got to do things now. We can change this industry, you guys. This Simple Freedom team, you can become a voice of helping your fellow network marketers, your fellow internet marketers. You can actually help them get their house in order and stop playing these smoke and mirror games. I'm telling you that right now because there's a lot of smoke and mirrors going on out there, and you might not know it because you haven't seen the things I've seen. So I'm super excited. Franco, I mean, we've already been on an hour. There's so much more we could talk about. I mean, even in all the other products, but I'm very, very excited about not just the marketing message, because there is, make no mistake, you guys, there's a powerful marketing message in what we shared tonight, but there's an even greater cause. Because if you help somebody, think about this, if you have somebody on your team make an extra $500 a month, how much that changes their family. But now you help that family save their home because they're introduced to a product that helped them free up cash flow, get out of debt faster so they didn't lose their home. You help that family now all of a sudden be able to send their kids to college because not just did they made an extra $500, but now they've saved $1,000. So now it's net $1,500, you guys. Imagine the cause. Imagine. Let's really talk about the vision of what that's going to look like. Simple Freedom's been at this for what, 4 months, Franco?
Yeah, in this project, 4 months. We've been out here 14 years full-time teaching these concepts where we are adding to the marketing stuff that we've been doing. The marketing stuff, guys, it's getting simpler and simpler and simpler. I'm not saying easier. I'm saying simpler with the ability to get a simple message in front of any market, any group of people that you want. We can show you how to do that right now fast. The problem is people have so many expenses and so much debt and so much stuff. They're so enslaved by their finances that they can't put a little $10 ad on Facebook out every day. And so that's frustrating because they buy course after course. They come to Hangout after Hangout. They know what to do. They have the ads. They have everything. And we just need to alleviate the financial burden so that we can generate some cash flow, alleviate some bad debt, and that freed up money that you have, that capital, you invest that into sharing this message with other people, and now we're doing it in a very responsible way, and we're helping people get free. Well, I was at an event in the Los Angeles area not too long ago for our company WakeUpNow. It was in Ontario, and one of the most powerful lines that I heard there is that a young gentleman got up there, and really all he said is, the power of our product line, I feel so good doing what we do here because I can tell a person flat out, point blank, look them in the eye and tell them, I don't care if you make money with our compensation side of this program. If you follow my instruction and just dive into 2 of our products, I know that you're not going to lose money with us ever. You're going to be cash flow. You're going to be financially positive by using the products that we're bringing to market at Wake Up Now. You're not going to lose money with us, even if you don't make a dime in the comp plan. Now, on the flip side of that conversation, we went on to break down and discuss how this is one of the most powerful, fast-acting, most efficient compensation plans you'll ever find. Bring 3, help 3, get 3. It's powerful. It's a powerful way that we can start putting an additional net $500 residual every single month income. And can you imagine mixing that kind of residual income on a part-time basis with just a little group of 12 people, like-minded people in a true mastermind with simple freedom? 12 people get together. You're earning $500 cash flow free residually every single month. You can then apply some of that to this plan in One Finance and just start smashing your debt load down, all that high interest stuff, and we can get you free even faster, versus running around with the gurus of the internet who tell you to just bling it all day long, get you in more debt, floss it out on Facebook, and then become a situation, become a financial statistic when business cycles go up and down all the time. I don't care what the sexy guru is you're following right now. Their income goes up and down, or else they're lying. And when people that don't know, when people that are just hitting it the first time, they learn a little skill, their income starts peaking up, and then all of a sudden they attach that trend to long-term debt lifestyle. Then all of a sudden the trend goes down, but the debt is still here. The income drops down. The lifestyle is still here. That's what we see every single day in this industry. And that's what we want to alleviate. So Simple Freedom is about getting the awareness out and the education out that we're a whole. I know we spent an hour. I got to wrap this up. The beautiful thing about this is that we're going to be here every 2 weeks, probably every week, but let's say safely every 2 weeks. But this education, this session, is going to rotate with that placeholder video that explains One Finance. It's 11 minutes long. We're going to play that one day, play this the next day, play that one, and just on rotation, you can invite people to this page wherever you came. You can join us and clone it and have it be on your own fan page. That's what I invite you to do right now. Join us and clone this page and begin to educate people on this kind of awareness, because this can really change lives. We're going to be here consistently, and next time we come back, we'll probably dive into One Finance a little bit more with Ross Jardine so that he can thoroughly explain what the product really is, how to hook up with it, and show you visuals and graphs and all that good stuff that we like to see. And then after that, we'll talk about TaxSpot. Then after that, we'll talk about some of the other financial tools and some of the other products that we have in our suite. Wake Up Now. When you get beyond the hypiness and the sexiness and the naysayers and what they're saying and all this competitive MLM stuff, get out of the MLM soap opera for a little bit and really dissect what we have here under the surface, and you're going to begin to discover why so many other professionals are finally seeing what they refused to see a few months ago, and they're really calling this one of the juggernauts that's going to hit the industry this year, and we're already hitting it. People are starting to see the true value that we're bringing, but we need the education. So that's why we started the product education class, and I want to thank Tracy. I'm gonna give it to Ed here, man. And Ed, share some words with what you've seen so far and what your vision is on where we're taking this kind of awareness and education to the marketplace and the kind of impact it can have.
Yeah, well, first, Franco, I'd like to congratulate you. If you're watching this live or you're watching this in a recording, wow, you are focused on changing your life. You're here. Congratulations. You're taking the right steps. See, where focus goes, energy flows. And one of the things I love about the tools we have, what I love about everything, being able to load up on your phone, load up on Facebook. When we take the Wake Up Now Finance and you're actually looking at your financial situation on a daily basis, you're focused on it, which means you're going to accomplish the objectives that you set out because you're paying attention. Zig Ziglar once was quoted as saying, you got to feed your mind with the pure, the powerful, the positive. If you want to change, you got to change what goes into your mind. And this format, what Franco is doing, is really amazing to me. I've been in network marketing over 25 years. I always knew that I have to think outside the box. I have to be willing to change. I have to keep an open mind. And based on what's occurring, and the delivery of this information and the ability for us to all come together in this type of a format and work together to really accomplish that objective of going out there and helping people. Like Zig said, you could have everything in life you want if you just help enough other people get what they want. Serving others, giving yourself to others. In the service of others, you will set yourself free. Man, what an incredible vehicle we have here. Humble yourself. Embrace it. Learn. Engage. And then share it with the world. The name of our company that we bring this product to market with is WakeUpNow. And it's all about waking people up to a better way of living. So, with that, Frank, I'm going to toss it back to you. I'm thrilled. I'm so honored and privileged to be able to work with somebody like yourself. Tracy, I've been on several of your webinars. I mean, I'm just blown away by the wealth of information, and way more than that is the heart. It's the caring. It's really coming from a place of contribution and wanting to help people. And if you're that type of person, if you love people, if you like helping people, man, you're in the right place. Welcome to the team.
Yeah, I'm going to pass it over to Tracy right now. We've been doing this for a long time, 14 years full time. And, time after time after time, you get people that are asking, they see the hype, and they see the comp plan pitches and the money being flashed and, all this stuff. And they've been through a couple of rodeos. They've been through a couple of programs, and they see what it really is behind the scenes. And there are so many people looking to connect with a group of real people with real issues that are coming together without the hype, without the, yeah, we have a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun, and we are facetious on Facebook, and we put pictures up, and we do this and that. But when you get to the heart of a team, you really embed yourself in the community and in the environment and in the culture, you really get to see what people are about. And we're attracting some phenomenal people to Simple Freedom right now. Phenomenal people. We've got people coming in with huge heart, huge vision, people that want to build water wells in third world countries. They want to feed kids that are being malnutrition and are getting hit by these stupid diseases just because they don't have basic clean water and things like this. There's so much community outreach in the vision that we have. We've got a good vehicle. We've got a great compensation. We've got great training. And now we're bringing this to the forefront and helping people with their very real issue of debt elimination in a real way, in a responsible way. And, we're just attracting a great, great crowd. There's a lot of people that have been out there looking for a group just like this. So I'm just humbled and proud of the kind of people that we're attracting, and we're growing so fast. And man, hit the green button, get back to whoever brought you to this page, get more information about us, get around our training. And I want to leave you with some parting words from Tracy, because, man, I've just respected her for so long. She's got pure heart and pure passion, and if you want to learn how to do network marketing, how to build a home business professionally as a pro, then you have to get around and listen to the way Tracy operates, because she'll go into any program and blow it up and attract awesome people. Trace, leave us with some words of wisdom, and what do you think about this product education class and the whole vision, and where do you want to take it? It's your show, it's your team, it's your brand, man. Take us where you want to go.
Well, I'm just thrilled. You know what I mean? We have something really special with Simple Freedom. You guys are part of something that you're going to learn skill sets. With the years that I've been in network marketing, my first company, I never thought I would change companies. I never thought. I thought that was it. And then I was with a vehicle that was it was the best thing that ever happened to us. And we still joke about it and miss it, and things happen that were out of our control. But what happened along the way is I continued to learn a skill set. And I continued to learn how to build something for my family. Because when things went bad, right, when I had to leave the first company, when the second company went out of business that had nothing to do with me, my husband was still sick. Going back to get a real job, it wasn't an option. It just wasn't. And so what I learned is I learned how to become a professional so that no matter what happened, I could continue to take care of my family. I could continue to put my husband's needs first. I could continue to build towards our dreams. And so that's one of the things I love about this team, because you really are. I mean, it's the biggest reason I decided to partner with Franco is you are surrounded by people with a a vast skill set, a vast skill set. You have great offline people, you have great online people, you have everything in between. And so you have at your fingertips the ability to learn whatever you need to become a pro for the rest of your life. Now, once I've really started to understand this whole thing, we've talked a lot tonight, I'm very, very passionate now about this One Finance because I saw it. The first time I put this in, I put my numbers in and I saw it. And you know what? We don't have debt because we went bankrupt not long ago, just 2 years ago. And so for me, I have big dreams about moving forward. And so what I'm excited about is somebody who has no debt because she lost everything. I'm excited about what Wake Up Now Finance is going to do for my future and my new financial goals moving forward. Saving, investing, real estate, all the things that I want to do because it's not about putting all your eggs in one basket, guys. It's about being smart financially for your family forever. And you're going to learn that here. You're going to learn that with Simple Freedom. You're going to learn that with Wake Up Now. You're going to be able to be a blessing to people in our industry, in your team, in your neighborhood. I mean, think about it. What you're going to learn here just by, I'm excited. I didn't realize Ross had a book. Like, I'm already excited about Kirby's book. Like, I love being around smart people. But you're going to learn things that you're going to be able to go into your community and share this knowledge and change people's lives. And you're going to be able to leave a legacy. And it's so, so powerful. I know for me, I believe we cannot give out of lack. We can only give out of abundance.
That's right.
And so imagine the world that we'll have when this team is abundant, when this team is free, when this team is more generous. There are many of you that gave generously to my partner in crime, Dawn. Many of you wanted to do more and you couldn't. Imagine if you were freed up to just do what your heart desires. And there's nothing wrong with having ambition to want great things for your life and your family. I don't think there's anything wrong with that at all. But every one of you have something inside of you that you wish you could do more of, but you can't. And so I'm so excited that you guys are here tonight. Franco, I'm so thrilled that we're doing this because as awesome as Simple Freedom is, we need to understand the power of the vehicle that we're all riding on right now. We have an incredible compensation plan. We have great people. We have smart people. Guys, I've been on board of directors. I've been on the board for network marketing companies. I've been around the CEOs and the CFOs and seen how things have been set up. We have some very smart people running this. You have great leaders on this team. I hope you can't sleep tonight because you're so excited about what we have. I just hope you can't. I hope that you wake up in the middle of the night and you're like, damn it, she was right. And then you get all your stuff in and you start getting obsessed. You start getting obsessed with cash flow. You start getting obsessed with blowing your debt out. You get obsessed with being in a position to be able to invest in your business. Even if it's, like Franco said, $10 a day for an ad. We want you to be in that position so that you can pour fuel on the fire to get your dreams, to get your freedom, to get whatever matters to you. Some of you, for me, I'm going to tell you guys straight up, my number one goal, and I just told Franco the other day, my big dream board thing, it's healthcare. My husband and I are buried in what we need to do to take care of ourselves. It's almost overwhelming sometimes. You might just want to put a child through college. It doesn't matter. We all have dreams that are so important to us, and that's what this team is about. And it's a very unique opportunity to be part of a great team that has a company. Now, I've been part of companies that have great products, great juices, great weight loss, great this. Guys, this is at the heart of every family, of every divorce, of every nervous breakdown, of almost every suicide. It's financial problems.
Yep.
And I didn't fully grasp that until just recently. So I'm excited, Franco. That's all I got. I love you guys. Thank you for having me. It's just an honor and a privilege to even run on this team. So I'm thrilled.
Man, thanks, Trace. You fire me up. Guys, you've got a very special opportunity. Product education class, it'll be 24/7 starting in about 2 nanoseconds after I click this little stop broadcast red button that's staring me in the face down there. It'll run 24/7. We'll be live here about every other week. You have a very special opportunity to take this message to market. You have full permission to share this class far and wide. I don't care if they hate our company. I don't care if they're never going to join. I don't care if anything, but you have full permission to share this with other people, and maybe, just maybe, they'll get beyond the little MLM voodoo stuff, that's not my company, I can't listen to them, and maybe They'll go buy a book on financial wellness. Maybe
Right.
they'll go buy something on the debt crisis. Maybe they'll do something to turn their life around, regardless if they buy any of our stuff, right? But you have full permission to share this because that's why it's here. It's here for you too. If you're a member of our team, this is what being a product of the product really means. It becomes you. You become it. And now you have that extra added confidence to share a simple message. You don't have to go out there and speak for 2 hours to people about this stuff. But you have so much confidence in you that what you have is of value that can actually help somebody that, I mean, when people say emotionally detached from the outcome, you know, people don't really understand what that means. These days, when I post on Facebook, when I market, when I tell people they need to join this team, they need to come over here and learn marketing with us, they need to get involved with these products, I am absolutely emotionally detached, meaning I really, you know, my responsibility is to give them the invitation and to show them where to get more information. That's my responsibility, and that is what my commitment is. And with that, they can take it and make their decision. I'm emotionally detached from their decision to make it. But it's because I'm a product of the product. I'm a product of our marketing school. I'm a product of our financial tools. I'm a product of Thunder. I'm a product of WakeUpNow's CEO and the executive team, our team leadership. I'm a product of all of that stuff because I immerse myself in it. It's my business. It's your business. It's your responsibility to immerse yourself in it and really get it at that level. And at that point, there's so much less training you need, guys. There's so much. Ed, hey, you got a second? We need to talk business, right? That's my approach. When you're full of confidence because you're a product of the product and you know the value of what you have, you got 5 minutes, we need to speak business. I mean, that's all the marketing training you need. And then you put people on an 8-minute video and you invite them to this video or whatever other video you enjoy in follow-up. So that's a little marketing education with this. Share it wide, come back to this page, join us, clone this page on your fan page, and you've got this message sitting in the most viral, most highly trafficked platforms in the entire planet on the internet. And where else do you want to be, right? This education, these tools, these messages, these products, and you can change people's lives. And that's why I'm here. That's why we're here, and we're going to march forward. So congratulations on being here, guys. Thank you very much for taking the time. I'll see you on the next product education class. I'll see you guys out on Facebook. Thanks a lot, panelists, for being here. Ed and Tracy, I'll see you guys out there. See you guys later. Bye for now.